You probably realize there's two types of people in the gym. One group actually changes and they look different year after year. You can see they're clearly getting results. The other group, they look exactly the same. Yeah, they might lose a couple of pounds here and there, but year after year, they still look the same. And unfortunately, 90% of people end up in that second group. So in this video, I'm going to show you why this happens, and more importantly, how you can make sure you're not one of them. And this is from my experience as a coach, helping 300 clients break out of that 90% trap. And it all comes down to 3 reasons. So let's dive straight in with the first one. Firstly, knowing what to do. Most people walk into the gym with zero plan. They walk in, walk straight to the treadmill, and spend 20 minutes walking on the spot. I've always wondered why people drive to the gym to walk on the treadmill when you could just do that outside. Anyway, they then wander over to the weights area, have a look round like they've lost a pair of car keys and think, tricep extension is free. Let's start there. They do a few reps of that and then move on to the chest press or whatever they see. You've already pre-exhausted your triceps before moving on to the chest press, where triceps is the secondary muscle, meaning your triceps is going to fail before your chest is involved. And then they finish off with some random ab exercise they saw on TikTok. The whole thing is a complete mess. It's like moving into a new house and then buying the furniture first, getting that in, and then after that, getting the carpet in, and then after that, painting the walls. It just doesn't work. Here's how to best approach it. When you walk into the gym, your battery is at 100%. Do not waste that energy doing something you don't even need a gym membership for. Save it for something that's actually going to change your body and give you results. Head over to the weights area and start with compound exercises. These are exercises that hit multiple muscle groups at once. Things like your shoulder press, your rows, your leg press, your chest press. That's where your 100% battery belongs. Then once you've done those, finish off with 2 to 3 isolation exercises. These are exercises that target one specific muscle. Things like bicep curls, leg extensions, lateral raises. And then if you really want to get some cardio in, that's when you do it. Not before, when you're fresh, after. And please do not be that guy walking on the treadmill at 1 mile an hour scrolling TikTok. Do something that's actually going to get your heart rate up. So if you got something to track it, you're looking at that 120 to 140 beats per minute. If you don't, aim for something that's going to get you to a point where you couldn't have a conversation, but if you had to, you could. And if you want a full 3-day gym routine, I have put one on my channel, so I'll link it at the end. But if you only take one thing away from this, make sure you have a plan and one that's going to get you doing the right things in there. And lastly, make sure you are putting a bit of effort in. Number 2, now, assuming you are doing the right things in the gym, here's the next reason you won't get results: consistency. This usually falls into 2 camps. Camp 1, the obvious one: start in January, quit by February, try again before summer, fail after summer, come back maybe for the end of the year, repeat the process every single year. Same story every single year. Shock, they never get results. Camp 2, they find a plan that would actually work, they just don't stick at it long enough. Usually because it's too intense or it just doesn't fit their routine, so they can't sustain it long enough. And honestly, it's not really your fault. It's kind of the fitness industry marketing. Like, you've got 4 weeks to shredded, 6-week boot camps, 8-week body resets. Sounds good, right? But here's what actually happens. You clean up your diet, cut out the takeaways, cut out the booze, you sleep better, you start picking up the weights, and yeah, your body will respond because you probably just come from either Christmas mode or holiday mode and you're back into it. So your body will respond in a good way and you will see some results. Maybe you lose a few kilograms, you look a bit tighter, your muscles start to come through. But all through this time, what is usually going through your head? As soon as this 6 weeks is done, I'm smashing a big tasty. And then when it's over or something in life comes up, you stop, you rebound, and then sooner or later, you look like you did before. For the coach, it's fine. They've got their before and after pictures for Instagram. And then next January, they get to cash in all over again. Kind of like a scam wrapped up in fitness. If you don't believe me, Alex Hormozi openly says how he used to teach gyms to run 6-week challenges just to cover the initial costs. And don't get me wrong, you can get some results in 6 weeks, but they're not going to be life-changing. Think about it. What other area of your life can you completely change in 6 weeks? A degree takes 3-4 years. Solid career usually takes a decade to build up. Learning a language, you're not going to download an app and after a few weeks call yourself a linguist. So what I'd recommend is you go into the gym with this mindset. And it's not going to be an easy one to get into because obviously we want results. But the mindset is, I'm going to go to the gym consistently for 6 months and I'm not going to see results, but I'm going to show up anyway. Now, obviously, yes, you are going to get results in that 6 months, but it's a good mindset to get into, to have that long-term thinking for those life-changing results. Even if you had the worst plan ever, maybe it was the same 3-4 exercises every single workout, but you still just done them for 6 weeks solid, you're actually going to get better results than someone who has the perfect plan, but they only stick for it for 1 to 2 weeks. Now, no, I'm not saying do that, follow a bad plan, but the shift is this. You need to stop focusing on those 4-6 week challenge plans and focus more long-termly, if that's a word. Become the person who just keeps showing up. The difference between that person who gets results and the person who doesn't is the identity they have. They show up at the gym week after week, month after month, year after year, decade after decade. It's a long-term game. If you are looking for those 6-week transformation workouts, this probably isn't the channel for you. If you had to rehire your driving instructor every single year, there'd be a problem. Take this approach with the gym. Take your time getting your system in place, even if it takes a few months. Because trust me, once you get there, it's a million times easier to just stay there rather than trying to rush and get there in 6 weeks and having to keep redoing it every single year. And if you work from home, you're aged between 30 and 60, and you want a hand getting a system in place that fits around your lifestyle, there'll be a link in the description for how you can work with me. Okay, 3. The only other reason you won't get results in the gym is because of what you're doing outside of the gym. If you're absolutely smashing it Monday to Friday, you're eating well, you're hitting your workouts, but then the weekend comes around and you're eating whatever you fancy, or you're drinking a bottle of wine or having 6 pints, staying up late and saying, do you know what, Monday is a fresh start. You're done. You'll never see results. Obviously, it's like saving up your money every single month and then blowing it every so often at a shopping trip at Westcroft. So here are the biggest 3 things you need to nail down consistently, 7 days a week. Number 1, sleep. Yes, I know I bark on about this every single video, but it is so important. You don't get fitter in the gym. You get fitter when you sleep and recover. Your body adapts, your muscles come back stronger. If your sleep sucks, your results are going to suck as well. Number 2, diet. If you want to lose fat, you just need to eat less calories than you burn. That's it. No fat burning supplements, no cutting out carbs, no fat burning smoothies. All you need is a deficit. You also need protein to actually rebuild the muscles for your training, fats for healthy hormones, and carbohydrates to fuel the energy for your workouts and for your day-to-day life. And number 3, NEAT. 5% of your calories burned in a day will come from your workout. However, 15% of your calories burnt in a day will come from your NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis, aka all the activity you do which is outside the gym. Walking, standing, moving around, and working from home obviously makes this a lot harder to get in. So make a conscious effort to try and get more movement in. Stand more, park further away, take the stairs instead of taking the lift. All this stuff that you probably already know will add up. Your results aren't just dictated by those 3 to 4 hours in the gym. Also, those other 165 hours in the week do matter. But in my experience, these are the 3 reasons you will not see results in the gym. Now, if you don't want to risk it and you're over 30 and you work remotely and you want to work with me for guaranteed results, there'll be a link below for more information. And if you want that full 3-day workout I mentioned earlier, check out this video next. And don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.